Welcome back to another episode, and today we are going to discuss about the forthcoming edition of T20 World Cup, which will be the 10th edition of the mega event, and Pakistan will lock horns against Netherlands in the opener of the mega event, and Pakistan are going to be exciting team in this tournament. I tell you what, because first of all, they will launch their campaign on a high note because they have whitewashed Australia by 3-0. You can't say that was depleted side because only four players were missing the frontliners. Otherwise, the core was there, and they struggled completely. Not only Pakistan just bludgeoned Australia, but they thumped the Aussies with a record margin. And in the concluding match, Pakistan had the worst defeat ever to Australia in their T20I history in 21 years. That is quite brilliant from Pakistan because uh, the kind of game they were playing in the past 2 years. So there was a lot of criticism on the green shirts that how they are approaching the team. But there came a surprise in Agha when Agha took over as the captain of the green shirts. Many of the cricket fans, the critics, lashing out at Agha and the management, and even at the head coach Mike Hassan, that what are they trying to do? Yeah, they took some out of the box decisions, but that really paved the way for Pakistan to have some positives. Though there are still few lapses, no doubt about that. But if you talk about the Australia series, so there everything was perfectly pitched. The outfielding was exceptional. The bowling was superb. Yeah, maybe the pace battery will have some lapses, but hopefully they will address. If Naseem gains rhythm and Afridi, it will be important at how he improvised because yeah, of late he struggled a bit, but he's a match winner on his day. The spin department is absolutely phenomenal, and we'll talk about Pakistan cricket in detail, but also we'll talk about Nasser Hussein's statement, who is stealing the spotlight on the social media. He said that Pakistan and Bangladesh are on the right side. He stood with Pakistan and Bangladesh over the ICC and BCCI stalemate, and no doubt about that. That was a very, very bold statement from Nasir Hussain. Hats off to him that spoke, he spoke, not he spoke reality. He absolutely nailed it on the Sky Sports podcast with Edgerton. And what he said that ICC is dealing the other countries with double standard while they're completely favoring the Indian cricket board and the team. And now he said that first he was uh, feeling that the politics uh, have been involved in the cricket global body, but now he's perfectly sure about that. That yeah, they are dealing with politics in global cricket body, so which is unfair. And many of the Pakistani fans, the Bangladeshi fans, acknowledged the bold statement from Nasir Hussain. On the other side, there are many of the Indian fans. They were not happy with the statement made by Nasir Hussain. I remember whose father is from India as well, but he is absolutely superb when it comes to speak reality. And it was, Sunil Gavaskar and the others who used to lash out at Nasir Hussain during the Champions Trophy when he already addressed such kind of reservations, but in a very kind way. So now the Indian fans are expressing their anger. So time will tell who win this, but he says that Pakistan has have taken a very right decision. Somebody really need to do something about that now. So it's good. It's a good decision. So what's your take, by the way? I think so. Now Pakistan have to stand with their decision definitely, because it's not the Pakistan Cricket Board's decision; it's a government decision. So when India refused to come to Pakistan, they have that excuse that their government is not giving them permission to travel to Pakistan for the Champions Trophy matches, and all of a sudden they just uh, gained that unfair advantage, quote unquote unfair advantage. Do tell whether it was a real unfair advantage or not. But anyhow, so they played all their matches in Dubai, zero traveling, relaxation at its best. So they won the Champions Trophy, and it was quite a sad story for Pakistan, because if you think with another perspective that it was after 29 years almost that Pakistan were hosting any kind of international tournament, any kind of international cricket council related tournament, ICC event. So it was a great deal for Pakistan, and the final was spoiled. The final was happened in Dubai instead of Lahore. So it was a quite heartbreak despite Pakistan's shortcoming in the tournament. But yeah, that was unfair, absolutely unfair, and quite heartbreaking that the match was not happened in Pakistan, the final match. But by the way, the Australia and England game was phenomenal. We witnessed them pack around, and that was a quite a brilliant match. And even I remember that Afghanistan really played absolutely phenomenally well against England, and so there were great matches happened in Lahore in Pakistan. So anyhow, so now India are coming up with the narrative that how can Pakistan dare to say that they are not going to play against India. The problem is that why then you guys just want to play against Pakistan in ICC events on in Asia Cup? Why? What about the bilateral series when Pakistan in the past had reiterated their stance that go ahead play the bilateral series with us as well, but it was last Pakistan bludgeoned India in 2012 13 in the bilateral series, and since then we had witnessed no bilateral series between the two countries. So yeah, even Mark Butcher, the former English cricketer, he said that that is nonsense that the India are willing to play in the ICC tournaments or in Asia Cup, but they're refusing to play bilateral series. So yeah, that it doesn't make a sense at all. By the way, Sri Lanka cricket has recently written a letter a few hours ago to the Pakistan Cricket Board and urging them to please play the match, because if you guys will not play match, we'll face significant loss in terms of economy, because hotels will be booked and so much to follow definitely. So they are expressing their reservations regarding this and urging the Pakistan Cricket Board and Pakistan's government to please go ahead and play. But I think so Pakistan have taken a strong narrative. Let's see what happens. But if Pakistan even play, I reckon they really need to address all their stalemates in terms of revenue generation, because everybody has now become familiar the importance of the match between Pakistan and India in terms of revenue and everything, the emotions and everything. But yeah, Pakistan really need to address their stalemate. So let's see what happens, whether Pakistan will agree to the request made by the Sri Lanka cricket's president. And by the way, exciting times are coming ahead for the Pakistan Super League as well, as Mustafizur Rahman, who was the spotlight, all what happened, what led to the situation of Bangladesh withdrawal or exit, snub rather, and Pakistan's boycott of India match. That's Mustafizur Rahman, who was snubbed by the one of the franchises of the Indian League, has now been inducted into the three-time champions Lahore Qalandars. He played for the Qalandars back in 2016 and 2018, and he is making his return. So there's a good time for people of Bangladesh, Mustafizur Rahman's fan, everybody. Good to see. Good to hear though, and will it will be a fascinating time to see him in action in at the stadiums of Pakistan. So on the other side, another good pick by Peshawar Zalmi, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, one of the finest contemporary T20 or white ball format batter. He's more brilliant in T20s, and with over 6,000 runs, and what a player he is, with over 140 plus strike rate. He's a busy player, one of my favorites in T20s, and he was the core of Afghanistan batting lineup who paved the way for them to qualify for the semi-finals for the first time. Let's see how they approach to the forthcoming edition of T20 World Cup. So it's a good thing. And the president of Peshawar Zalmi, Javed Afridi, who is a very, very dynamic man, and he really played his contributions in the T20s back in 2014, 2015, before that as well, when he used to sponsor Pakistan's domestic cricket. He's a linchpin of Pakistan domestic cricket, Mr. Javed Afridi. He welcomed Gurbaz. So, what's your take on this? And we'll talk about more and more, and even about Pakistan's campaign and other countries' campaign for the T20 World Cup. But please do share your comments in the feedback section. Take care and subscribe, please.